know the slogan, don't go broke in a nursing home. Holding on to those assets is important, but Elder Advisors does so much more. With us now is Lindsay Fleming and the CEO of Elder Advisors. So that is, of course, Mr. Larry Weiss. Welcome back to the show, folks. Okay, Larry, I mentioned holding on to your assets and being able to put your money, all of your, your mom's and dad's hard-earned money, to be able to hold on to those assets and keep that. Now, with that being said, you do so much more. Give us an elevator speech on exactly what Elder Advisors does.
Well, John, first of all, you kind of dropped the ball on two things today, and because I'm a consummate television professional, it's important that we discuss it right now on live television. Okay, John?
Okay.
So point number one, it is Magnificent Monday because you are such a beautiful, gracious host, the only host that anyone needs to watch in the Kentucky and viewing area. Wave 3 listens live with Magnificent Monday, John Ramsey.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Okay, point number two, my ego took quite a considerable hit because you introduced Lindsay Fleming before me. But I know what's coming. I'm going to slowly get moved out of the way so it's perfectly fine. Thank you, John. It does hurt me. Oh, I'm just glad this isn't live television. I would be really upset right now. Yep. Okay, so let's understand the business model that is Elder Advisors. We help families transition their loved ones from their home health care, assisted living, or long-term care using financial and legal strategies so you can protect your assets so you don't go broke in a nursing home, because the reality is you don't have to. There are special exceptions that we work with. That's almost always with our elder law superstar attorney, Steve Langdon from CLLB Law. And for a single person, we can protect half of those assets so you don't go broke in a nursing home. It's something we do every day. Lindsay and I both and the rest of our team have a passion for this. Know one thing and do it well. This is what we do. But also with Lindsay, she brings a new component on that, quite frankly, we've not been able to provide clients, and we now do. And with that, I'm going to let Lindsay pick that up.
Thank you, Larry. Yeah, so I am joining Elder Advisors as a care coordinator, so a concierge, personal care coordinator, and I'm just walking families through the process of the healthcare system. This morning I've been on the phone with about 3 different care communities, folks that have been there for a very long time and maybe have a question about a new medication or something like that, a care plan coming up, what is this GDR, what does this last covered day mean? These are all things that I'm just holding families' hands and walking through the process with them. I'm not a clinician. I'm not a nurse. I'm not treating. I'm not doing that. I'm just helping the family understand what's happening at a nursing facility or what resources are available to them in their home. And it's very, very rewarding work because this is overwhelming. This is so overwhelming for adult children that are trying to navigate these waters for maybe their aging parents. And it's just so rewarding to be able to come alongside those families, hold their hand, use the connections that we've built over our career, Larry and I both, to get them the best possible options available for their loved ones.
Yeah, Lindsay, as a personal care coordinator, it must be nice for you to have, you can have your fingers on so many different resources. If someone needs help with real estate, if someone has a legal issue, you've got Steve Langdon. If someone needs some help with the financial side of it, of course, the expertise of Larry Weiss. So it really is a very comprehensive company in that anything that eases your mind, any questions you have access to the resources, correct?
It is, yeah, and it's so, I mean, I just think you say that, and this morning we've talked to a real estate agent, we've talked to, and this is here in our office, we had a meeting with a placement specialist. I was on the phone earlier this morning with the great community liaison, Diane Ritchie with Wellstone Regional Hospital. We know these folks, we work in this community, and we're really, we're well connected, and we just use those relationships so that our families, that our clients really are getting, the care that they deserve. And we're happy to know all of those folks, and happy to introduce our families to the resources that we can do so much here at Elder Advisors, and then just also broadening that network and giving them anything that they may need in regards to the aging process.
Yeah, Larry, when we mention resources, let's talk a little bit about the fact that, laws are different in Indiana and Kentucky, but you've got them covered. Because I think for people to really save money, you can't do that unless you know the rules, and Elder Advisors, you do. Talk a little bit about how you're able to keep those assets for those families.
Well, first of all, the rules are completely different. They're federal rules, but they're interpreted differently on each side of the river, the Ohio River. And of course, elder advisors does the financial part of things. We're not attorneys doing legal. We're not attorneys. Steve Langdon is our elder law superstar attorney that navigates the labyrinth of the legal community. But, one quick example is everyone is told that, well, if dad goes into care, he has to spend all of his assets down. Often that's not the case. For the Kentucky residents, the IRA retirement accounts are exempt. That's perhaps a fancy word for saying you don't have to cash them out. But you have to have that narrative framed correctly. We're doing an application right now for a family where dad's at home. His big money IRA is exempt. It's staying off the table, and the wife's as well for that matter. So the Kentucky rules are much different for Indiana. But the resource really starts with our placement angel, which is Autumn Schneider, because oftentimes the family, mom is still at home. I heard Lindsay pick up a phrase the other day, direct placement. Isn't that what you said, Lindsay? Direct transfer or direct placement?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes it's still at the hospital. So oftentimes we now kind of get put in the situation of trying to navigate that for families. So beds are very hard to find at the best of times, and it's no different now. So Autumn really burns up the phones, making those connections to get families together for that. But the rules are different on both sides of the river, and you have to know that. You have to know that. Otherwise, when you're burning $7,000 to $9,000 a month, you don't have a lot of latitude to make mistakes.
Yeah, don't spend that kind of money because you don't have to. Call Elder Advisors. So, Lindsay, I want to talk about you and Autumn Schneider, the dynamic duo there. So, Larry mentioned something that I think it's important to emphasize, that, yes, placement is hard under normal circumstances, but with this pandemic, unless you have the connections, it is really hard to be placed in the proper senior care facility. Talk about Elder Advisors. That's a huge advantage.
It is, and again, it just goes to our connections and our network. I wish Autumn was here today. Tammy, can you cut Larry? Just take him off. Yeah, just take him off and buzz Autumn in, please. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm learning.
That was good.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's about our connections, and Elder Advisors, myself and Autumn, we don't Google this ABC Skilled Nursing Center. We are a lot of times texting the executive director or texting the admissions director directly, because we have our phone. They have our phone numbers. I was on the phone just Friday with one of the director of operations that represents many facilities here in Louisville. So it's our professional networks, and if anybody in Kentucky has tried or reflected back and just the tedious process of Googling a nursing home near me and trying to ring in directly, it's maddening. It's maddening. And we're able to do that for the clients that choose to engage our services. And so it's a huge benefit. It's a huge benefit of coming in and having a free consultation at Elder Advisors, so you can really we can lay out what we can do for you and your family.
Larry, when we talk about placement, when we talk about holding on to your assets or the legal side, those things you can list very easily, but something that's really hard to articulate is the emotional distress that people are under and the peace of mind that you can give them. Talk about your clients and their reaction when they come into the office, or the difference of when they come into the office and then when they're leaving after they have this wealth of information.
Yeah, like most of us, we're busy. We're 20 different things going off in all directions, and usually we're dealing with the sandwich generation. The 62-year-old son who's still working. He might even be raising his grandchildren. That happens quite frequently, and he's trying to take care of his 85-year-old father, and he just does not have the time to do it. He's drowning. He may have been given a checklist. It's been photocopied so many times you can basically read it, that it's even discernible to understand what they're asking for, but he's the one that stuck with that, and we have the people on board to help navigate that, so you don't have to spend half a day on a phone calling to chase this stuff down, because it can be overwhelming. And sometimes I think the peace of mind that we just bring to take that responsibility off families' shoulders is probably replaced by the financial component, because they just need some help, because until they get it navigated, they're on the hook for $7,000 to $8,000 a month. And if a family's got $200,000 or $300,000, I suppose they can do it themselves. But you really can't if you've only got modest assets, $20,000, $30,000. You don't have a luxury of making a mistake that could take 3 or 4 months to be realized, and now you get a bill for $36,000. That's not a good position to be in.
Wow. Yeah. See, that to me causes a sense of urgency. So again, call Elder Advisors today. Larry will be happy to consult with you. Lindsay Fleming is part of the team, and there's a team of many, and they're all experts in their field. Coming up here, we're going to talk about some tax advice from Larry Weiss because, hey, it is tax season, and he has some advice for you. Also, we're going to talk about why not do this yourself. Elder Advisors will tell you why it's a little bit tougher than you may think. Coming up next on Wave 3 Listens.
Yeah.